Hello everyone, and welcome back to StrataGames. I'm Matthew, and today I have another 7 Dota 2 items for your D&D 5th edition games. If you want to see the previous items I've created, check out those videos up in the top right corner of this video. Alright, let's get to the first one. The Assault Cuirass was a very interesting item to make, because in Dota 2, it increases the attack speed and armor of your whole team. But in D&D, giving your entire party an extra AC or an extra attack would be pretty broken, even on a very rare or legendary item. So instead, I took the attack speed portion to mean that you'd be more likely to get the drop on your enemies in combat. It's only once per day, but your whole team will get advantage on an initiative roll in key fights, which could be the difference between life and death. This will require a heavy armor slot though, so make sure that you have a fighter or a paladin in your party, otherwise it's going to slow you down more than it speeds you up. The next one we've got today is the Dust of Appearance. The Dust of Appearance is a sweet consumable item that will expose invisible items and creatures in a small area around the user. You could make this a single-use item or give it a few charges if you wanted. This is one of the few items I've made that I've gotten to see my players use firsthand, and they absolutely loved it. I gave it to them knowing that I had an upcoming mage with the spell Invisibility, just to give them some options to be able to counter that. The Kayak is a very cool weapon that is designed to be used by a magic user. In Dota, it amplifies the damage that magic spells do, but here I wanted to make it a useful melee weapon for casters that may not be very useful in melee combat otherwise. The wielder can expend a spell slot to use their spellcasting ability modifier for attack and damage rolls for 10 minutes. It can be a problem to make a weapon like this though, because casters are already so good at many other things, and you don't want to outshine your fighters, rogues, monks, and barbarians in physical damage. That's why, by extending a spell slot, you're effectively still making the magic user cast a spell to be effective. It's still quite a powerful weapon. I don't think this design goes too far, especially once you get to tier 2 and 3 play, but if you find it too strong, you can always give it some small nerf. A Wand of Silence doesn't yet exist in D&D, so the Orchid Malevolence is filling that role here. In Dota, the Orchid silences one user for a short period of time. The silence spell doesn't work like that in this game, so I modified it to affect only a single target for a short duration. This can be a super cool item. Not only can you silence an enemy spellcaster, preventing a huge amount of spells that require verbal components, but you could also silence a posted guard from calling for help, ambush a solo enemy and ensure their cries don't reach the ears of their allies, and whatever else your players can think of. The Quelling Blade is a super fun but very simple item. Chopping down trees at twice the speed can be super irrelevant, but who knows? Maybe your party will find a creative use for all that wood. Plus, if you don't want to make it so narrow and say only trees, you could say it's twice as fast at chopping down anything. You could chop down a locked door faster, you could chop open a locked chest, that type of thing. Items like this that aren't super powerful in combat and instead make for some great role-playing situations are awesome to give your party, because then you're not ruining your encounter balance, but you're still giving the party magic items. And we all know we love magic items. Sange the Backseeker is a powerful weapon that will exhaust your foes as it strikes. It's a +1 short sword, and when it connects with a target, they will have to make a DC 13 Constitution save. Otherwise, they will take a level of exhaustion. This ability is based on the older version of Sange from Dota that had a chance to slow the enemy when you hit with it. If you wanted to make it more like the updated version, I would instead make it give either a +1 or maybe advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects. Yasha the Quickblade is another strong weapon that allows you to be swift of foot. It's also a +1 short sword, same as the Sange, but instead of exhausting an enemy, you get a 10-foot movement speed bonus. Man, we've gotten through 21 Dota 2 items now. At this rate, it'll only be 25 more videos to get the rest of the items finished. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment below if there's something you would have done differently with these items, and consider liking and subscribing if you want to see more videos like this in the future. You can check out our other Dota 2 and D&D videos up in the corner here, and we'll see you next time.